Human existence is both terrifying and bewildering. Several 100,000 years ago, we gained consciousness and found ourselves in a peculiar place, surrounded by other beings, some of which we could consume and others that could consume us. We encountered liquid sustenance and materials to create more things. The daytime sky featured a small yellow sphere that warmed our skin, while the night sky dazzled with beautiful lights. This place seemed tailor-made for us, with something watching over us, making everything less frightening and confusing. As we aged, we learned more about the world and ourselves. The twinkling lights in the sky were not shining for us, they simply existed. We discovered that we are not the center of what we now call the universe, which is far older than we imagined. We learned that we are composed of countless tiny dead things forming larger entities that are inexplicably alive, and that we are just another temporary phase in a history spanning billions of years. In all, we found that we reside on a moist speck of dust orbiting a medium-sized star in a quiet region of one arm of an average galaxy, part of a galaxy group we will never leave. This group is just one of thousands that together form a galaxy supercluster, but even our supercluster is just one among thousands that make up the observable universe, which might be 1,000,000 times larger, though we will never know. We can throw around terms like 200 million galaxies or trillions of stars or bazillions of planets, but these numbers are meaningless to our brains, which can't comprehend such concepts. The universe is too vast, with too much of it, but size is not the most troubling concept. It is time, or more precisely, the time we have. If fortunate enough to live to 100, we have 5,200 weeks at our disposal. If you are 25 now, you have 3,900 weeks left. If you are going to die at 70, then there are 2,340 weeks left, a substantial amount of time, but also not really. And then what? Your biological processes will break down, and the dynamic pattern that is you will cease to be dynamic, dissolving until there is no you left. Some believe there is an unseen, immeasurable part of us, but we have no way to confirm this. So this life might be all there is, and we might end up dead forever. This is less frightening than it sounds, if you do not remember the 75 billion years before your existence. The trillions of years that follow will pass in no time once you are gone. Close your eyes and count to 1, that is how long forever feels. And as far as we know, in the end, the universe itself will die, and nothing will ever change again. Our videos induce existential dread in many people, and the last few minutes probably haven't helped. So, for once, we want to offer a different perspective, an unscientific, subjective point of view, the philosophy of Kurzgesagt, if you will. Take it with a grain of salt. We know no more about human existence than you do. We counter existential dread with optimistic nihilism. What do we mean by that? To summarize, it seems very unlikely that 200 trillion stars were made for us. In a way, it feels like the cruelest joke in existence has been played on us. We became self-aware only to realize this story is not about us. While it is great to know about electrons and the powerhouse of the cell, science doesn't do much to make this less depressing. But so what? You only get one shot at life, which is frightening but also liberating. If the universe ends in heat death, every humiliation you suffer will be forgotten. Every mistake will not matter in the end. Every bad thing you did will be voided. If our life is all we get to experience, then it is the only thing that matters. If the universe has no principles, the only relevant ones are those we decide on. If the universe has no purpose, we get to dictate its purpose. Humans will certainly cease to exist at some point, but before we do, we get to explore ourselves and the world around us. We get to experience feelings, food, books, sunrises, and each other's company. The fact that we can even think about these things is incredible. It is easy to think of ourselves as separate from everything, but this is not true. We are as much the universe as a neutron star, black hole, or nebula. Even better, we are its thinking and feeling part, the central organs of the universe. We are free in a universe-sized playground, so we might as well aim to be happy and build some kind of utopia among the stars. It is not as if we have discovered everything there is to know. We don't understand why the rules of the universe are as they are, how life began, what life is, or what consciousness is. We have no idea if we are alone in the universe, but we can try to find answers. There are billions of stars to visit, diseases to cure, people to help, happy feelings to experience, and video games to finish. There is so much to do. So, wrapping up, you have probably used up a good chunk of your available time. If this is our one shot at life, there is no reason not to have fun and live as happily as possible. Bonus points if you make others' lives better. More bonus points if you help build a galactic human empire. Do the things that make you feel good. You get to decide what this means for you. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. It helps with the YouTube algorithm and allows me to bring you more content like this. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.